Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very great honour for me, representing the people of Australia, to pay my respects to Aung San Suu Kyi on her leadership of democracy and in the cause of civil liberties and freedoms. The Australian people greatly admire your leadership. You are a hero to very many Australians, and there's a Burmese community of about 30,000 in Australia. We are delighted that you are now an elected Member of Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a very useful discussion, and Aung San Suu Kyi has used the expression reckless optimism in a cautionary way about our expectations of development in this country, and urged, as she did in Bangkok, a healthy scepticism. She said to me that reform must mean the people are better off. And this is a wisdom that we will apply to our dealings with this country. For example, in our aid program, we'll want to define carefully the transparency of what Australia is delivering, and see that what we do is crafted to match the expectations of the people. With Australian businesses looking at investment or trade, I take the advice of Aung San Suu Kyi that this country needs investments that benefit the people, responsible investment, ethical investment, that adheres to the standards we'd expect of companies back on Australian soil, that the country doesn't need a mad rush, but is entitled, as other jurisdictions are, to assess the quality of incoming investment and trade opportunities for itself. We spoke in detail about the country's educational needs, a focus on vocational education, curriculum standards, the quality of education, and education that reaches every family in the community with expectations for their sons and daughters. It's been a very great honour for me to be here today and convey to someone held in such esteem by so many Australians our support and our encouragement for the future.
Mr. Bob Carr has covered all the points of our discussion so very well that I don't need to add anything at all. In fact, I think I should try to keep him here as a member of the NLD to help me with all the speeches and statements I have to make. I'm very pleased to be able to have this opportunity to discuss matters of mutual interest to our two countries. Australia has been a sanctuary for many people from Burma, and Australia is, after all, part of our region, not as close a neighbour as Thailand, but nevertheless a neighbour and a good neighbour. And I hope that relations between our two countries will progress, get better with time. This morning at the press conference I held at the NLD, I made the point that genuine friendship depends on equality. The more equal our countries are with regard to the economic, political and social situation, the firmer and stronger and more genuine our friendship will be. So the way in which I would like to build up our relations with the rest of the world is by improving the situation of our people. In that way, we will be able to contribute to global progress, and we will be able to make sure that the outside world engages with us in a way that is mutually beneficial. Can I mention that you've invited me to visit Australia? Yes. This is not something that I'll be able to undertake this year, but I can say now that I'm looking forward very much to the time when I will be able to go to Australia and see what our unusual neighbour is like. Australia and New Zealand are unusual in this region, and I would very much like to see what it is like there.
Our Prime Minister, Julia Gillard, will be very thrilled that you've accepted our invitation.
Well, I was brought up on on songs like Kookaburra Sat in the Old Gum Tree. So I feel that I know a lot about Australia already.
Thank you. It'd be a great honour to welcome you there. Thank you.
Thank you.